Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here! Coming back with part 3 of What If Deku Had Venom. Now, where we last left off, Izuku has finally come back to the city after disappearing for 5 months in the forest. Izuku, after, coming back to the city from being in the forest for like 5 months of, eating animals. He and Venom, got, so friendly. Izuku get used to eating humans and animals. As when he finally got into the city, he start feeling, hungry. As he gone into a little restaurant and after eating the food in it, the police came in as Venom killed them all and gone into the middle of the street screaming with Bakugo name for him to come here and kill him. After that, All Might coming in with a couple of other unnamed heroes, as Izuku was able to, injure slash All Might in his left side of his stomach, which is the place of his injury, and managed to take some of his blood. As after that, Venom started to talk with Izuku about the DNA that he got from those heroes, and the most three usefuls were, a DNA from a blade hero that can turn his hands into blade, and another one that he have a transformation quirk. He can transform into anyone that he touch, or gets some DNA out of him, and of course All Might. But Venom told Izuku that All Might blood, for some reason he can't, manage to get hold of the quirk, is like the quirk refusing him. And after that, he told Izuku that, how about we go into the hospital and see some information about Bakugo? We might find him there, as Venom transformed Izuku into a doctor looking like this as he got into the hospital. And now we continue. Izuku right now inside the hospital, seeing the people, the doctors and everyone, as Venom has said, I don't see Bakugo anywhere. Where is he? As Izuku said, calm down, Venom. Let's just ask some people here and there. We might get something from, about Bakugo. As Venom said, don't you know his house? Aren't you was some sort of his old friend? Don't you know where his house is? As Izuku said, well, I know, but it will gonna be not funny if we just gone into his home and kill him. Don't you think? As Venom said, well, we are agreeing with you, Izuku. This won't be fun at all. We rather kill him and torture him to death. As Izuku said, and that's what we are gonna do. And after that, Izuku seeing, through the glass of one of the, rooms of in the hospital, he see, Bakugo sitting on a bed, a hospital bed, with another doctor just talking with him. As Venom said, he is there! Let's kill him! Let's kill him, Izuku! Izuku said, wait a second, let's see what's happening here. As after that, he started listening as the doctor telling Bakugo that, well, Bakugo, looks like your injury has healed fully now. You can use your right arm as much as you want again. As Bakugo said, thank you, Doc. Are you sure that nothing is weird happening to me? As the doctor said, what do you mean by that, Bakugo? As Bakugo said, well, when I got stabbed, that thing has taken some of my blood and starts using my quirk. I don't know how, but he starts using it. As the doctor said, well, I don't really know, but you are good to start training for your entrance exam of UA. As Bakugo said, thank you, Doc. And after that, the doctor leave the room, as another doctor come in, which is Izuku, as he said, well, Bakugo, looks like you are in good shape, huh? As Bakugo said, who are you? As the doctor said, well, my name is Dr. Naturu. Dr. Naturu, you can call me Naturu, or whatever you want, Bakugo. I'm here just to make sure that you're fine. As Bakugo said, I'm fine, I don't need any help. As the guy, Nataro said, are you sure, Bakugo? You seem sad. Do you lost something that was important to you? Because I feel like you lost something so important to you. You can talk with me. I also lost something important. I can understand what you're feeling, Bakugo. As Bakugo said, you will never understand what I feel. My friend is just turned into monster because of me. Because of my stupidity. As he slammed his hand into the wall, saying, I was always bullying him just because he was quirkless, and when he finally manifested quirk, I was thinking that he will gonna, jump from happiness and start talking, saying, I will gonna become a stupid hero or some shit like that, but instead of that, he stabbed me in my right arm and started killing people. You never gonna understand what I feel. As the doctor put his hand on the right, on the right shoulder of Bakugo, as he said, Bakugo, I can understand. I also once had a friend that I really liked, a friend that he was always by my side, but one day everything just changed and that friend became the one that hurt me. But I can't really say that I forgive him. But I wish that I can give him a second chance. As Bakugo said, whatever. Why are you here anyway? As the doctor said, oh, well, I'm here because... As the doctor starts, squeezing the right shoulder of Bakugo, which is the place where his injury is, as Bakugo said, what are you doing? As the doctor said, well... As the doctor transformed back into Izuku, saying... We trying to take our revenge. As he smiled at Bakugo, saying, Deku! Is that... As Izuku said, shh! We don't want to do any sound, don't we? Don't let the police know that I am here. I'm just here to, say hello to you, to my old pal. As Bakugo tried to throw explosion, but before that happened, Izuku transformed his left arm into... a blade and put it in on Bakugo's throat, as he said, if you try to do anything reckless, your head will gonna fall on the ground, and I will gonna use it as a football in my hideout. As Bakugo said, why are you doing this, Deku? Didn't you always want to become a hero? As Izuku said, yeah, we always wanted to become a hero, but not anymore, and that's all thanks to you. You are the one that made us. You are the one that turned us into this, and we will enjoy killing you. As Bakugo said, we? As Izuku said, oh yeah, we. Because we are Venom! As he transformed into Venom. You were on the news and you are the... As Venom said, yeah, that's right. We are the ones have, defeated All Might in front of the whole world. And I just proved to you that I am so strong. Stronger than any other hero. So, Bakugo, I wish that you were gonna have a good life. Because I'll make sure that your good life turn into hell. And after that, Bakugo just quiet as Izuku transformed. And took his blade off, Bakugo's throat and left his right arm as he stand up and said, well, I'm gonna leave. I'm start to getting hungry and I want to eat another deer. As Bakugo said, why? Why are you becoming like this? Are you killing all those people because of me? Are you doing all of this because of me? As Izuku said, yeah, exactly. I'm doing all of this because of you. You are the reason why I am here, Bakugo. The explosion that I was throwing on All Might wasn't my explosion. It was yours. The explosion that have destroyed half of the restaurant and killed half of the people there, it were your explosions. The explosion that I used against the hero that had the blade quirk, it was your explosions. And I will gonna use them for much more destruction. And you will gonna be forced to watch me using your own power against the world that you once wanted to become a hero for it. So, Bakugo, see you soon, Kachan. As he jumped from the window, Bakugo just here, as his hand shaking as he said, "Stop shaking! Stop shaking already!" As he, punched the wall and said, "I'm gonna... Whatever's happening to you, I'm gonna get you back, you deku!" And after that, Izuku just, jumping on the roofs using the black whip of, Venom, as Venom said, "That was so funny, Izuku. Did you see the look on his face? He were really scared of us." As Izuku said, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, why did I do this? Oh, Izuku, why? Why did I always bully you?" Blah. He was disgusting. As Venom said, "Yeah, and you know what's better? I have a good news for you." As Izuku said, "What is it?" As Venom said, "Do you remember All Might Quirk? Well, I couldn't made it. I still trying to, copy it and fusion it with our DNA. I couldn't do it just yet, but I find something weird." As Izuku said, "What is it?" As Venom said, "Well, there is much more to All Might Quirk than just some punches. It's something like a danger sense and some sort of a black whip." As Izuku said, "Black whip? Danger sense? What are these?" As Venom said, "They are just the names that I give for these quirks. Well, first of all, I was able to use the DNA of All Might to give us the ability of danger sense, which is give you the ability to sense any danger coming out of some person that want to hurt you." As Izuku said, "This will be useful. Well, take a rest. You don't, have to just work every 24 hours in the day just to make me inherit All Might quirk." As Venom said, "Yeah, I know, but it might be useful to us. And I think that there might be more quirks than just these two quirks. So I will gonna just work." As Izuku said, "Well then, I will gonna eat something." And after that, Izuku come back to his forest for the next 5 months, as no one has heard anything from Izuku. Heroes just searching for him everywhere. Izuku still in the forest eating some, deers and rabbit, and sometime hunters, or maybe some heroes that start to search in that forest. And after that, Izuku, walking in the city after coming back, Venom said, "Why did we come back to the city, Izuku? Didn't you want to stay there for more time?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, but today is a special day. Today is the entrance exam of UA." As Venom said, why do you want to go to UA? We don't want to go to stupid school of heroes. I can train you more on your quirk more than the heroes could do." As Izuku said, "It's not that I want to join them, but I know Bakugo would want to be a hero, so I will gonna just ruin his entrance exam." As Venom said, "Well, now you are talking like I want you to talk. I will gonna protect your back. You do whatever you want, Izuku." As Izuku said, "Well, let's go." And after that, Izuku just putting his hoodie on his head, as he starts walking into UA, as he's seeing in front of him the big building of UA, as he said, "This is such a big building, don't you think?" As Venom said, "Why is it so big? Don't you think this is just too much?" As Izuku said, "Well, technically there's a lot of students in UA, but I don't really know why there's, half of the how can I say it? It's, to be honest, half of this building was enough, if I would say so of myself. As Venom said, "Come on already, let's get in! I want to kill Bakugo!" As Izuku said, "I told you that we weren't gonna kill him, we were gonna torture him, slowly but surely." As Venom said, "Well then, this is even better, Izuku." And after that, Izuku starts, walking as he see in front of him a girl that were about to step as he, shooting a black whip out of his arm, from his hand. Not the black whip of All Might, his own black whip. As he catch the girl before she fall, as he made her stand up, as he said, "Are you okay?" As the girl with a brown hair, she said, "Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for the help." As Izuku said, "No problem. Have a good day." As he just left. And after that, Venom said, "Why did you help her, Izuku?" As Izuku said, "She were about to trip." As Venom said, "And?" As Izuku said, "And what?" Venom said, "You don't need to help her. Did they help you when you were getting bullied by Bakugo and everyone else? Did they help you?" As Izuku said, "No, but that doesn't mean that I have to be an asshole just like Bakugo." As Venom said, "Do whatever you want, Izuku. We all gonna watch your back, but don't try to play a hero. We're not a hero." As Izuku said, "I know. We are Venom." And after that, he got into the place. As the portion part of the exam, Venom were using his how can I say it? Let's just say that he was making a little, taking a little tentacle out of his body to morph his head and look into the other papers of the examiners, as he just telling Izuku about the right questions and things like that. As after that, Izuku just leave the place. As Venom said, "Why did you ask me to do something like that? We don't want to be heroes, so why do we try our hardest to, ask that test of the paper test?" As Izuku said, "I don't know, I just felt like answering these questions." As Venom said, "You felt that you want to answer the questions? Whatever, Izuku, let's just go and end this already. I'm starting to get hungry." As Izuku said, "Don't worry, we will find lots of food in there." As after that, Izuku just sitting down, hearing for President Mike, as he said, "Well, everyone, today we will gonna talk about the 4 robots." As Izuku just feeling pain in his ear, saying, "It sounds so annoying." As Venom said, "Make him stop, Izuku. He's annoying. Can't we just kill him?" As Izuku said, "If we killed him, we will gonna blow up our cover. So let us just take it for a minute." As Izuku just feeling pain in his ear. Prince Mike telling everyone about the 3-point robots. As after that, a blue-haired kid stand up as he said, Mr. President Mike, you talked about 3 robots, but on my paper here it says that there is 4 robots instead of 3. If this is a mistake out of you, I am so disappointing. And you," as he pointing at Izuku, as Izuku said, "What?" As the kid said, "Stop holding your ears. Why are you holding your ears anyway? Is the voice of Mr. President Mike is so annoying to you that much?" As Izuku said, "And who do you think you are?" As the kid said, "My name is Tenya Ida, and if you're not gonna take this exam seriously and stop distracting everyone, I suggest you leave." As Izuku stand up and said, "Oh, look who's talking now! The idiot asshole that with 4 eyes that he stand up all of a sudden and start talking nonsense. How about you sit down, you asshole with 4 eyes? I'm annoyed from you. You have annoyed us very much. Your voice is more hurting us more than the present mic voice is hurting us. So, if you didn't sit down, I'm gonna eat your face." As Izuku sat down and Ida said, well, as President Mike said, Kid, I suggest you sit down before he eats your face. As Ida sit down, and after that, President Mike said, well, the last robot is just an obstacle. He's the 0 pointer. He doesn't have any point to him, so you don't have to worry about him. He's just an obstacle. As Izuku said, see? He's just an obstacle, and you wasted our time. Annoying. As after that, Ida said, what's wrong with that kid? And after that, Izuku gone to the exam area C, as he see in front of the gate not a blonde hair girl, but he see a blonde hair boy with the red eyes making some firecrackers in his arms. As Venom said, he is there, standing in front of us. As Izuku said, oh, this will be so funny. This will be the funniest thing that I ever done in my life. As after that, Izuku said, I'm bored from waiting and I'm start getting hungry. Let's just go there. As Venom said, great idea, Izuku. Do you want me? As Izuku said, no mask. Let's just break some robots, and after that we will gonna, transform in the middle of the fight and bam, scare the living shit out of everyone. As Venom said, well, we're liking this idea, Izuku. Let's do it. And after that, Izuku jumped high in the air above the gate. As once Bakugo seeing this, kid with the hoodie jacket on his head, he immediately said, hey, don't start before me, as he going after Izuku. And President Mike opened the gate and said to the other examiner, said, go there already, they have the right idea, villains won't wait for you to kill them, so go there. And after that, they start, going into the place. Izuku just punching, kicking, rapping, destroying, melting, not melting, just, destroying the robots left and right with immense speed and, such a strong abilities. As the teacher start noticing him, as, Eraser has said, this kid has already destroyed 150, has already got 150 points, and we are not even in the middle of the exam. Can I know his quirk? As, Principal Nezu said, well, let's see it. As he see the profile, and it's, Izuku using another face, not his real face. Right now he's, wearing a hoodie jacket on his, putting a hoodie on his head and wearing a corona mask on his face to make no one seeing him. As he said, well, his name is Namatu Kakashi. I'm sorry about this name, guys, but just forget about it. Just any random name. As he said, Amatu Kakashi, what's his quirk? As Principal Nezu said, well, it's super strength, enhanced abilities. So basic. As All Might said, he must train so hard because he's doing so good. As Principal Nezu said, are you thinking about? As All Might said, yeah. That fight that happened between me and that Midoriya kid have injured me more than normal. So I need a successor very soon. I decided to watch the entrance exam to see if I want any successor of those students. Or maybe I'm gonna just go with Mirio. As President Mike said, well, let's see if he have a heroic nature. As he press a lead button, making a very big robot come. The 0-pointer coming into the scene. As Izuku said, so easy. I don't know why even they making those kind of stupid robots. As Venom said, they are robots. You said that we were gonna eat someone, Izuku. I can't eat metal. As Izuku said, I know, but just wait. As after that, Izuku seeing such a big robot, as like 2 buildings big, so big like a building. As Izuku said, now that's what I call a robot. As Venom said, what are we gonna do now, Izuku? As Izuku said, we will gonna wait. As Venom said, what? As Izuku said, just wait a second. Wait. 3, 2, 1. And after that, from above the robot, Bakugo come in and said, "Die!" as he threw an explosion at the robot head, making, blowing the shit out of the robot. As, All Might was watching the kid that he think about him to become his successor. He see him just, clapping as All Might said, "Huh, why is he just standing there?" As Eraserhead said, "I don't know." But Bakugo, that Katsuki Bakugo guy has managed to take the robot before him. And after that, Venom said, "Why are you clapping, Izuku? Why are we clapping?" As Izuku said, "Well, just wait a second." And after that, Bakugo jumped down and started walking away. As Izuku just wearing his corona mask and his hoodie on his head, and a black gloves with no fingers, as he just clapping. Bakugo said, "What are you clapping at, you stupid nerd?" As Izuku said, "Well, I was just seeing how you are getting stronger, Kachan." As Bakugo said, "What?" And after that, Izuku said, "Mask," as he transformed into Venom. "And we really want to try out your new quirk, and we really want to see how much stronger you got, so we can kill you." As Bakugo jumping back and go to throw explosion, but Venom, managed to throw explosion before he did. As after that, Bakugo dodging the Izuku explosion as he throw another explosion, saying "Die!" As Venom just taking it and transform his left arm into blade and go to slash Bakugo chest, as he managed to do a little slash, but Bakugo jumped back and said, "Why are you here, Deku? Why are you in the entrance exam? Don't you, if you really wasn't want to become a hero anymore, why are you here?" As Venom said, "Isn't it so obvious? We want to kill you. We want to ruin your entrance exam for you." As the other, examiner said, "Hey, this is that Venom guy from the news. Everyone, run!" As they start running, but Bakugo is sitting there as he said, "I'm gonna beat you." As Izuku said, "Well, come at us." As after that, Bakugo come at Izuku with an explosion. Izuku going at Bakugo with his own explosion as they clash power together. And after that, All Might in the where the camera's room said, it's Midoriya, we need to go there." As Eraserhead said, "I'm gonna come with you." And after that, All Might, Eraserhead have come down there as Izuku and Bakugo just fighting, throwing explosion at Venom said, "You know what is better than just killing you? You know what is more better than just killing you, Bakugo? Is killing you with your own power, to use it for villainous, to use it to destroy heroes. Your own power is killing people." As Bakugo said, "Shut up!" as he threw in another explosion. But Izuku dodging this as he said, "You are such a weakling. You never wasn't strong in the beginning. You were always just bullying people just because you were so weak, knowing that you were never gonna beat me." As Bakugo said, "I said shut up!" as he threw in another explosion. Venom dodging this and said, "Well, to be honest with you, we were so pathetic before, but right now, we are Venom, and we are much stronger, much faster, much more durable, and we will gonna kill you." As he going at Bakugo and said, "How's your impact?" as he throwing explosion at Bakugo. But before that happened, All Might from the sky said, "Smash!" as he throwing a punch directly at Venom, throwing him away into a wall. As All Might said, "Are you okay, young Bakugo?" As Bakugo said, "All Might, what are you doing here? This is my fight." As All Might said, "This is not your fight. Go away right now. Leave this to heroes." As Bakugo said, "I'm not gonna leave Izuku here for you. I'm gonna beat him." As Venom stand up and said, "Oh, what's happened to Deku? Aren't you always calling us Deku, which means worthless, quirkless, a weakling? Are you now starting to remember that we were some sort of friend when we were kids?" As Venom said, Bakugo said, "You're not my friend. My friend is somewhere there, and I will gonna get him back from your stupid, weird tentacle black goo thing, as Venom said. So, you think that I'm not Izuku? Well, how about I prove this to you? As he de-transformed and said, do you remember the day that you fell into the river and I give you a hand to, to help you stand up? As Baku, eyes whiting as he said, Deku, Izuku. As Izuku said, do you remember the day when we were in my house playing some video games as you were always winning on me? Always telling me to die in the game? As All Might said, what? As Baku said, what's happening to you, Izuku? What's happening to you? What is that thing? As Izuku said, oh, that was me. I am the one in control. It's not a big deal, just... Yeah, I still remember the day that I told you that I was quirkless. Do you remember it? The first thing that you told me is, I can't become a hero anymore. And after that, you start bullying me left and right. And there was one day that you told me that I can't become a hero, but maybe I can become a villain. As Baku said, did I really said that? As Izuku said, yeah, those were your words, Kachan, and I'm really happy for them, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be that happy right now. We got a new quirk, and we are now so strong, and I can even took All Might quirk. As All Might said, what? As Izuku said, yeah, when I, taste your blood, I have copied your quirk. That was giving me such a strong, punches, but I'm just not using it for its full potential. As All Might said, no, that's impossible. As Izuku said, nothing impossible for us, All Might. Nothing is impossible for us. As after that he said, mask. As he transformed back into Venom, as he said, nothing is impossible for us, All Might, because we are Venom. And now, if you are not gonna get out of my way, our way, I will gonna beat you again. As after that, Aizawa come from behind and he wrap his scarf around Izuku as he tried to delete his quirk, but he wasn't able to, do that. As he said, what? As Izuku got hold of the scarf and, got Eraserhead close to him as he was about to punch him in the face, but before that happened, the present Mike from behind came and said, yeah, and starts screaming at Izuku. Izuku, throwing Eraserhead away as he, his body starts, like shaking, and the goo around his body or Venom starts getting crazy. As Izuku said, stop it! It's hurt! It's hurt! As Venom said, it's hurt, Izuku! Let's go already! As Izuku said, you're right! As Izuku putting his hand into the ground and do a big explosion, shocking the ground under his feet. And after that, he start jumping away with, his Venom form. As President Mike come into Eraserhead as he said, Eraserhead, are you okay? As Eraserhead said, I'm okay. I closed my eyes for a second there. As President Mike said, it's not your fault. Let's just take it to the hospital. As All Might said, young Bakugo, are you okay? As Bakugo looking at the ground and said, I'm gonna capture him, no matter the cost. As All Might said, I wish that you will gonna understand from your mistake. You will gonna learn from your mistake, Bakugo. You are the one that made him turn into this. So you better fix your mistake. I will gonna be there to help you, but if you will not gonna be able to get him back into the right side, no one will ever be. As Baku said, whatever. As he left the place, and Izuku, sitting on the top of the building as he de-transformed, saying, mask off. And after that, Izuku said, that was so funny. As Venom said, yeah, but we didn't eat anyone, Izuku. Didn't you said, alright, Venom, you are getting annoying. You are annoying us so much. As Izuku hearing from an alleyway someone, a couple of goons saying, "Oh, come on, little girl, let's just have some fun." As Izuku said, "Well, looks like we find our, dinner for tonight." As Venom said, "Alright, Izuku, let's just eat them." As Izuku jumped into the alleyway, as he said, "Well, hello guys, who are you?" As the guy said, "Get out of here, kid. We're trying to have some fun here." As Izuku said, "Well, I'm so hungry, so I need something to eat." As the one of the three goons said, "And why are you here, kid? Do you want some money or something?" As Izuku said, "No, I want your heads." As the third goon said, "What?" And after that, Izuku throwing a tentacle on him, drag him closer as he transformed his head into Venom and bite his head off as he throwing the body into the side and start licking his finger saying, "Tasty." Is he have his blood type is A? Is that right? Is my favorite type of blood. As the other two goons leave the girl, as he said, he's that Venom guy. Let's run away." As Izuku said, "Oh, you're not running away. You are my lunch." As he grab the other two goons and bite their heads off, as he throwing their body into the side and start licking his fingers again, as he just said, "Tasty. Do you like it?" As Venom said, "Yeah, blood type A is my favorite." As Izuku said, "It's our favorite, Venom." As Venom said, "Yeah, our favorite." As the girl on the ground said, You love blood?" As Izuku said, "Who are you?" As the girl said, My name is Toga. Who are you?" As Izuku said, "Well, my name is Izuku Midoriya." And hello, Toga. As he, holding his hand in front of him to help her stand up, smiling at her. As Toga blushes and said, Do you really love blood?" As Izuku said, Yeah, I love drinking it. As my favorite, blood A is my favorite type." As Toga said, "So what's your blood type? Can you tell me?" As Izuku said, "Well, my blood type is O." As Toga said, "This is my favorite. I love drinking blood of the villains, and but those three villains were attacking me. I couldn't do anything because they had a strong quirks." As Izuku said, "Strong quirks? I just defeated him in seconds. Do you see their bodies on the ground?" As he pointed behind, and Toga said, "Well, you are that Venom, right? You are such a cool guy. I saw what you did on the news and how you beat All Might and throw him bang, bang, and then boom, and explosion everywhere." And then, as Izuku said, "Well, calm down now, Toga. Well, I'm gonna leave." As Toga said, "Wait, can I go with you? I want to know who are you, and I want to taste your blood. Can I taste it?" As Izuku said, "And why do you want to taste it?" As Toga telling him about his quirk. As Izuku said, "Well, alright, you can take some." As Venom said, "What's wrong, Izuku? Do you start liking her?" As Izuku said, "Shut up." As Toga said, Who are you talking to?" As Izuku said, "No, it's just a weird habit of ours. We are always talking with each other." As Toga said, "Each other?" As Izuku said, "Don't mind it. Do you want a blood now or something?" As Toga said, Yeah, please, please." As Toga, slash Izuku hand a little bit as his hand regenerate, and Toga tasting his blood, saying, "Your blood is so tasty and so delicious. Can I go with you to know what's your power, how you are training, and what you're doing in your free time?" As Izuku said, "Well, calm down, Toga." As Venom in his head said, "Well, we liken her, Izuku. Let her come with us. Maybe having someone on your side protecting your back will be useful more than me." As Izuku said, "Well then, you can come with me." As Toga said, "Yes." And after that, Izuku and Toga leave, start walking down the street. And this is gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say then. Severed was here.